Hello my beautiful fragrance family, Dustin here, Fragrance Fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. $40-ish and $100 range, and most of these are way less than that. Good number of these you find at your local rack stores. And I'm going to do things a little bit differently today. If you think I should continue to just stick on the one fragrance review thing, let me know in the comments below. If not, if you like what I'm going to do right here, then let me know so I can further assist you guys, you know? So I want to talk about what the point of wearing a challenging fragrance is. Why would somebody wear a fragrance that not everybody's going to like? And the first one I'm going to talk about is Frank Olivier's Oud Touch. This has a very, very dominant raspberry rose note. Doesn't have any oud notes listed, but it does bring that oud vibe, and oud can be quite challenging if you're not used to it. It's not for the immature type of noses. Sometimes it can almost have like a woody, musky, rich, even animalic type of a nuance, if you will. But in some kind of a weird way, it's a good smelling type of thing when it's coupled with certain notes and fragrances. This one right here, these atomizers on these, so far this one and Blue Touch are like trash can. They're not that good. But man, this thing is strong, really loud. Nice raspberry, beautiful rose note. There's that olibanum in this thing. It's got the woody stuff going on, some vanilla, the amber. That vanilla, the rose, and the raspberry is just beautiful in this. If you're hearing a whole bunch of banging and stuff, that's my cat in the door. The little thing, like, I don't know, he's attached to me, so he does whatever he can to try to get to me all the time. And he's trying to dig under my little door right there, so that's what that is. So disregard that. But this is a uber long lasting fragrance. This thing will last you all day. You spray this thing on you 3 times for the first like 2 hours. You might be a bit loud for some people. It might fill up the whole room. So I would recommend spraying this thing if you have it like at least an hour before you go anywhere, because unless you're really trying to make a statement, but what is the point in wearing this thing? If some people might not think that it smells that good, it's not safe blind buy. The whole purpose of wearing fragrances to begin with is not to get compliments. Sometimes you can use these to, you know, demand a little bit of attention or set the mood on a date or something that's a little more seductive and that kind of stays close to the skin, that leaves you want a little bit more. There's different occasions and stuff, and like stuff like this is a wintertime fragrance, but what is the point in wearing it if not everybody's gonna like it? Point is, because you like it. That's the point. You're the one that's going to smell this thing on you all day, especially a long-lasting fragrance like this. You better like it and not worry what anybody else thinks. Now, are compliments good? For most of us, yes, it feels great to get a compliment on a fragrance, and who doesn't like smelling somebody that walks by that smells really good? There's something good about that, and a lot of people want to be that guy, but the point of wearing a fragrance like this is just because you enjoy it, and later on down the road it might even trigger some nostalgia when you go back and reach for something like this or smell it on somebody else 15, 20 years down the road, like, oh wow, I remember that, or whatever. It's just for you. That is the point in wearing a challenging fragrance. And it's not something that everybody else has if you want to just be a little bit different. You know? So that's why I would wear something like this, just because I like the way that it smells. I don't care. As long as I'm not choking anybody out or offending them, then why not? I love it. I'm going to wear it in the winter. You don't like it? Sit a little farther away, you know? Another one, that's the wintertime one. This one is a little bit more geared towards like spring, somewhat summer, and fall. And I'm talking about the Discontinued Gem. Both of these to me are gems. My rating on this thing, 7.5, easily. Maybe an 8, just because the performance, yeah, I'll go with 8. The performance is stellar on this. The quality is great. It's an 8. I don't know why I even thought about 7.5. This thing's an 8 all day long. This one, Hidden Gem, Issey Miyake, Dissi, Low Blue, Discontinued. I hate the bottle size, like 2.5 ounce, but this is a very, very dominant juniper berry, that sharp juniper, woody, aromatic, fresh. It's got like lime and stuff in there. What else? Rosemary, juniper, lime, woody fragrance. There's a bunch of other notes, but those are the ones that are dominant. The atomizer on this guy is pretty good. It's real directional, but it's really nice. And the quality on this thing is pretty stellar. The juniper is quite believable in this. There's nothing like super synthetic about it, but this is not a blind buy fragrance. This thing could definitely garnish you some compliments, but it's not going to be for everybody. But if it's for you, then it's for you. This thing is a gem. This is easily a 7.5. Easily a 7.5. Performance on this, for being as fresh as it is quite good. It's very loud for the first few hours. And the longevity on this, you're going to get all bit of 6.5 or 7 hours with this if you do 3 or 4 squirts. That's plenty with this fragrance. I've gotten compliments with it, but it's not for everybody. It's not even really office friendly. This isn't really office friendly. It's actually maybe a little more office friendly if it's cool out and you just go with one spray. But this is a bit sharper. This is a bit smoother. This has that sharpness from that juniper and stuff like that. But it is such a nice fragrance. If you have a developed nose, or maybe you don't have a developed nose, but you like this kind of a scent profile, it's a wonderful juniper, woody, lime, rosemary dominant fragrance. If you know juniper, you know how sharp that can be, and that is what this thing screams. And it's just such a nice smelling fragrance. But again, what is the point of wearing it? Because you like it. That is the purpose of wearing these fragrances. You can tell I've wore this thing quite a bit because I like it. That's why. So that's the purpose. That's the point of the whole thing. It's the point of any fragrance. But the crowd pleases the crowd pleases for the reason. They get compliments for a reason, because most of them, they smell absolutely amazing. But so do these. 7.5, 8. But they're not going to be for everybody. So that's my final thoughts on 2 of my challenging fragrance. Of my few that I have, I just decided to go with these 2, a freshie and a wintry. So with that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.